What's going on, guys? Jagira here, and today we are going to be going over a 16 Halls of Atonement I'd done on stream the other day. This is totally a pug key. I didn't know any of these people, and I don't think any of them knew each other either. We had 14 deaths, so as you can imagine, it was not the cleanest run, but we still timed it, spoiler alert. So I thought I would show you wonderful people on YouTube, just the power you can have when persistence pays off. You know, as long as you don't lose motivation and you keep at it, even when something seems like it's an absolute failure, you can still get the best from it. And here we managed to time a 16, so you know what, I was rather proud of that. Also, our healer didn't do any damage either. I mean, he did a little bit, but not really that much. I mean, a flame shock here and there, you know. I don't want anyone flaming anyone here that you see. I mean, I've made plenty of mistakes in here, and you know what, as gamers, we all learn, you know, as time goes on, and we improve and we get better. This could have been the healer's, you know, first time doing a really high key. I have absolutely no idea. But with that said, let's just jump into it. So let's just speed up a little bit. Okay. All right. So we're doing the countdown here. And just before I go, you can see I pre-pop Incon. Little tip for your bear druids there. I know other classes can do this, like the Demon Hunter does it with Metamorphosis. Just something that when you pop that in as the key goes in, the cooldown itself resets, but you still keep the buff. So, as you'll see, we have the lovely loading screen. I still have Incarn up here, but it is off cooldown here. So yeah, just a little pro tip for you guys, for you little bears out there, if you're starting out. And another mistake I've done, I will be pausing quite a bit, so I do apologise in advance. None of us should have moved. Now, this is probably my fault, because I believe I moved first and everyone else followed. But if I didn't move, these two dark blades up here, as you can just see kind of behind the Halkius anima bar, would stay further up. So then once the barrier drops, you begin moving, as long as you're mounted up. Once again, I didn't mount up, you know. Like I say, we will make mistakes in here. It's a learning experience. They would be coming forward, just as the barrier drops, and I'll be able to grab that into the Houndmaster pack over in this area. So continue playing, I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so I'm stampeding raw. A nice thrash going over here. So these dark blades would have been here roughly, okay, making their way downwards. So it would have been easy. I could have ran, grab the Houndmaster, get the dark blades, and grab the Obliterator and dark blade up here into a lovely pool that we are then going to use Heroism for. And make sure that we just drop this on, well, make sure we keep it within the Hunter's Wild Spirits. There we go. Yeah, side note, Blizzard, can we please have it so that we can see where Wild Spirits is, because I feel like a crap tank when I pull it out. So I've got a mental image that it's roughly a circle like this. So I'm just trying to stay in there, you know. I'm spamming Thrash because there's more than 3 targets. And I'm putting on a lot of Iron First stacks, you can imagine. You know, I've got 4 bleeds, got some bursting stacks. It's now 3 bursting stacks. The bleed's gone up to 5. Still on 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 4 stacks. And now I'm just starting to move, kiting a little bit, going on to the next pack. Put Mangle on that just for the slow. And now, check my little map to make sure that I'm doing good. What I should have done here is I should have obviously asked, are Demon Hunters the Venth here? We checked that before we started. I also should Moonfire this one. As you see, I Moonfire the one over here. If I Moonfire the furthest one, all of them would have run. You know, just, you know, you save that GCD. These are the small things that us gamers must do to improve. And now that we've got the Law of Stoneborn here, you know, it's given us the buff, it's given us extra damage. And I'm just, I mean, I'm face tanking a little bit because obviously I've got the Stoneborn buff. Lost aggro on that because it was on the Stoneborn, so I didn't really care. Grabbing the next Groundskeeper. And now this is where things are getting a little bit dicey, because all of this is roughly around the same HP threshold. I, in good conscience, should not have pulled that other pack. But I did. So, naughty Jagira. And as you can see, we've got 5 bursting stacks. I mean, I don't know how I guess the Shaman just dispelled his own bursting. But yeah, we've got bursting stacks coming up. It's all getting a little bit dicey. The Hunter used Aspect of the Turtle. Paladin could have bubbled himself, but he didn't, and he died. So you know what? A little bit of dicey there, so I popped Frenzied Regeneration, and I popped Renewal Typhoon back up into Moonkin form, putting on some Sunfire, a little bit of Owl Weaving, and now I'm just trying to get this stuff back through the Hunter's Tar Trap because I want to make sure it keeps the slow, sorry. Have that Loyal Beasts kicked, and once again, kiting it through that Tar Trap. I just want to make sure that things are slow to the kiting because these Gargons, they really, really do hurt. Binding Shot from the Hunter, very nice. So backing up, another Sunfire on there, back in again. Try and bring it back over the Tar Trap, and then working towards this area so we can get our Pride Spawn going into the first Shard of Halkias. Get a Mangle on there for the slow. And yeah, let's just speed this up a little bit because it gets a bit boring. So we've got Pride. Obviously, all you guys really know how Pride works. If you don't, you get Pride Elemental. You get stacks. It hurts you. Kill it as fast as you can. And you get a decent buff that increases your damage, your healing done, and your mana regeneration. I used Convoke just then in bear form. Wasn't probably the best. What I should have done, because you guys can see, I have a Shard of Survival Instinct over here. I understand this bar's in the way. It's a little bit annoying. I have a Charge of Survival Instinct. I should have popped that, gone into Moonkin form, used Heart of the Wild. Actually, Heart of the Wild would put me in Moonkin form, and then done Convoke for that big Owl Weaving damage. As you guys can see here, our healer is doing really good on the healing, but on the damage aspect, a little bit slow. So this is taking a bit longer than normal because, guys, healer damage does add up. If you're a healer out there, just have faith in your tank. I understand bursting, these affixes is bursting, can be a little bit of a worrisome time because you want to make sure everyone's alive. But the science behind it is if you kill the things faster than they can kill you, less mana used. Pro tip for the day. So Thrash is going out. Everyone's took quite a bit of damage there. Ideally, it would have been nice if the Vengeance Demon Hunter would have dropped to Darkness just then, because then we could have all been inside the Darkness during the Thrash. Or if you're ranged, you could outrange it. But considering Ulnot and DOS are the only ranged classes there, it was not really feasible for all of us to outrange it. So the Thrash is going off. I then tried to do a noob mistake of mounting up when I've got a bursting stack, so my mount was cancelled. And then we speed up. I grabbed these two here. That bugged out and that freaked me out on stream because I'm thinking, okay, what the hell is going on? We grab aggro of it. Hunter kicks it like the actual legend. It then decides to stop, levitating and come back down to the ground level. And this is a very, very messy pull. Ideally, I wanted to get everyone's kicks almost unified together so we could get it into a nice little group. Hunter there does the good knockback to get it all in. So, I mean, this is a loosely grouped, not really the most ideal. Okay. Speeding up, almost dead there. But, make sure we kick that curse. And now we go into the Shard of Halkias. The Demon Hunter has got Siphon Life on him, which the only way you can really stop that is by stunning it. And my, I could have used my Roar then, but I didn't. Then again, though, we had other stuns within the group, so remember, guys, never always blame yourself. Blame other people. Siphon Life almost to go off again, but it was okay. We stopped that. Spirit Link Totem is down, and we are now just damaging the Shard of Halkias. This is going to take a while. And after this is when we then get our next Pride buff. So moving out of the Eruption. Okay, speeding up a little bit. Oh, there we go. So here comes the next Manifestation of Pride. And guys, the Manifestation of Pride just does a lot of magical damage. So in this situation where we have a healer who isn't really doing any damage whatsoever, Iron First stacks are basically wasted. Any form of armor stack is basically wasted because the Manifestation of Pride is, like I said, all magic damage. I believe it's actually Shadow. If anyone in the comments wants to correct me, that'd be wonderful. But I believe it's mainly Shadow. So what I'm doing is I'm spending most of the rage that I'm generating on mauls. Okay? I'm mauling the target to do as much damage as I can. Because once that boy's at 20 stacks, oh lordy does it hurt. Coming straight down here, getting this pack. I went to go Moonfire that, but just done a body aggro, get the Stoneborn, get the Demon Hunter to go and get the aggro on that. Nicely done. Group it up. and then have that Stoneborn just absolutely obliterate the pack. I'm going to be sad when that gets nerfed, but you know what? Sometimes things have got to happen. So this is a little bit messy with the rapid fire here. What I should have done there, I should have used my raw to have stopped rapid fire, because that cone coming out in this direction was just peppering the group. And you have that with bursting stacks. It is no bueno, my friends. It is no bueno. So that's dead. Don't know how these were pulled. I believe that was a body pull from maybe myself or the Stoneborn. And then, hold on, we're going to come to my favourite part soon. We're going to see the Hunter get absolutely launched into space, right? So the Hunter's got a curse on him. Forgive me, I don't actually remember what the curse does. All I just know is dispel it. I should have done that because as a druid, I can dispel. I didn't. But the Hunter should have moved out of the volcanic. So you're going to see in 3, 2, 1. Whee! Launched, dead. Sadness now fills us because the Hunter's gone. What are you going to do? So we're focusing on the obliterators, right? My kick was down. Once again, did I use? No, I didn't use my disorientate. Making sure I'm keeping aggro. Should have got a Moonfire on this one for extra damage, but I didn't. And we're just going to go and speed this up because that's getting a little bit more. Yeah, these 4 or 5 mobs do take a long time to go. So we're going to have the same issue here with the other deck collector with Siphon Life. Now, my disorientate is on cooldown. Siphon Life goes off on the Demon Hunter during the Thrash. And as you can see, the Demon Hunter just absolutely gets clarted. It would have been nice if he would have used his Chaos Nova there to have stunned it, but I mean, what are you going to do? I'm just checking deaths. Don't know why I've done that, but you know what? Maybe it was just to feel good about myself because I didn't die up until this point, but you know what? For the laws of karma, I do die in the future and it serves me right. So the next thing, Quake's going out. We're all kind of grouped up here, so I move. Oh no, I moved in this area. Okay. I'm going to speed this up. Oh, here you go. Darkness drops. Very nice from the Demon Hunter with this Darkness. If you are maining Havoc in this patch, number 1, congratulations. I'm proud of you because that must be really hard for you lot to get into pugs. And number 2, if you do have a Demon Hunter who does Darkness and you're like this little Hunter over here, just get inside, okay? Because the Darkness is going to really help minimise that thrash damage or outrange it, because I believe as the Hunter you should be able to outrange that. Okay, kill this. And now what we do here, tell everyone to wait. Remember guys, in a key, be vocal, especially if you're the tank. Right? So I'm telling them to wait, and then we sneak past the patrol, and we go straight into this pack here. Our Demon Hunter is grabbing the Stoneborn. Ideally, I would have liked to have used that for Pride, but I can see why he done it. He was probably more concerned that we were going to end up pulling it, so he thought he'll get it done now. I understand. Yeah, I'm going to do not hero for this boss. Hero next. Once again, guys, being vocal. I don't want a hero wasted on Halkis because you really don't need it. You kind of want the hero and pride buff going in for Echelon. You'll see why. You just want to make sure that one melts because I feel in this dungeon, Echelon is the most hardest boss. You guys may disagree, but you know what? That's what opinions are all for. So, just spamming thrash. There was a binding shot down. I could have just moved out with a binding shot and done some owl weaving, getting some sunfires and stuff. But here we go. Make sure we kill off these 2 Gargons. We're getting a manifestation of pride. We've also got me barbs up here. Once again, I mean, it just, you know, Activision Blizzard, small indie company. Alright, so speed up pride, because we don't really need to see that. Now what we do is we get the fun part of where we do the first boss with no healer. Okay? So we kill it. Now as you can see, once again guys, the pride buff will restore your mana. I believe it's 5% every second, which is a huge amount. Now the healer chose to get a drink. I will blame myself for this, but I will also stress once again guys, if you have it, I mean, you'll see just quickly how fast his mana recharges. He is like starting to drink. Goes. He's not here. So I pull the boss. As you can see by my unit frames. Shaded. I didn't even realise this when I was streaming. Alright. He comes, and then he gets feared and he runs away. And I am totally oblivious to the fact that we don't have a healer. Okay, so I'm popping a Frenzied Regeneration because I'm just like, oh, well, you know, I'm getting a little bit low. You know, just that bare brain. Once again, guys, just stopping the video again. If you are a tank and you're getting those crumbling slams on you, what you can do is you can go into the previous crumbling slam zone, which like we've got here. So it just stacks it on top of each other. Makes it less messy. So once again, I have no idea that we ain't got a healer. We get heave debris. Okay, and this is the part I love. No circle. So I'm like, huh, where's heave debris? And you just see it go flying out here. So I'm a little bit confused. I turn the camera. I can see our little shaman just feared up against the wall here. I then just make sure I go over here. I see that he's feared. And the first word I say to myself is, shit. Now the realisation that we've got no healer sets in. So it's like, okay, we need to melt this pronto. Reflective Sunlight's coming up. Pop Heart of the Wild, automatically go into Alkin form. Right, press Convoke, and I'll start moving. Full Moon drops, absolutely wonderful. I mean, we're not going to have that anymore in patch 9.0.5. Rest in peace, Owl Weaving. Ideally, I should have tried to have got 2 rafts off and then done it, so I would have got the Eclipse bonus, but I mean, let's not be greedy, you know. I'm just proud to have managed to get that. Okay, so we're backing up, and what I should have done, once again pausing, this area is complete. This area here is completely locked, okay? There is a line going straight through. I should have bought it so the Halcyon circle, right? The edge of that circle will be here. So we've got area to move. Reflected Sunlight is coming up in 17 seconds. And I'm not thinking. Okay, so there you go. I'm moving there. I should be moving. Get a Crumbling Slam. I'll start moving now, but I'm not moving enough. So we've got it coming up in 2 seconds. Got it on the Demon Hunter. Should be moving more, but I'm not. So now we've got a burst. We've got a burst. And then, I don't know, like can we just, hold on. I don't know why I stood still. I know I clicked on him because I wanted to go get him healed. And I thought that he would have died sooner. But look at that. 0.7. Guys, that was incredibly lucky. If you're a tank in this situation, just run, okay? Don't do what I did, okay? Because what I did was silly. I should have just run or like put some more DPS in to kill it. I tried to be greedy because I wanted to get the resurrection up as soon as possible. So we are going to then skip here. I'm going to be grabbing these 2 packs together. And I'm going to try and grab these groundskeepers, I believe. I get them. Huh. Yeah, I put the skull on the Howlmaster because we just want to make sure that we're going to focus that down. Okay, so for some reason we aren't getting the groundskeepers. But we're clearing this pack up. Then we get the groundskeepers with the obliterators. I guess I was thinking at the time I didn't want the groundskeepers just in case we was going to wipe the bursting again. Which is, you know, totally fair. Skip this along. And then as you can see, we're a little bit short on the pride buff. So we go upstairs. I grab the 2 obliterators. And now this is my fault. Right. Attack this ankle biter. Instead of the ankle biters up here. Now the ankle biters up here come here. These ankle biters have a Reaver inside. Reavers are painful, as you guys will see. So as you can see, the other ankle biters that I wanted are now coming. Ankle biter, Reaver, ankle, ankle, ankle. My kick is on cooldown, as you can see. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'll start thrashing, and then I'm like, oh, crap. There was no kick. Now, my kick was on cooldown. What are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? At the end of the day, we get here. It's a wipe. We try to recover. We end up killing that. We then end up pulling the other Manifestation of Pride. Well, we end up summoning the Manifestation of Pride. And we get the second of ankle biters in. I believe that was just a body pull from the Hunter. Because obviously it's always the Hunters that body pull. Healer has got his recoil, letting him know that he's low on mana. My cheat GF trinket's already popped. And yeah, this is just, this is just a wipe. Okay, so as you can see, we wipe totally. Resummon, go all the way back. On the bright side, the manifestation of pride is still there on 80%. So we're going to go and quickly kill this. Oh, there we go. And then what we do, oh yeah, I love this, okay? Hold on. I start moving. I get greedy once again and I move and I get hit straight into the arrow. So we're doing the invis skip just because, I rather do this. I know there's a load of routes out there that will let you get up here and then you grab one of the slashes, take it, kill the slasher here. Personally, I think it's more of a waste of time. But then again, I mean, it took me about 20 seconds to get here. So that's 20 seconds of pride that I'm not utilising. I'm sure, there's pros and cons to all. But this is what I personally prefer to do. So we summon Echelon. I spell hero wrong. And here we go. Hero is popped. While Spirits drops. All the DPS cooldowns are being used. And as you can see, he is just absolutely melting. Right. So, make sure that we get all the little ankle biters gathered up. Not really a really easy way to do this with this group, sadly. Right. Curse of Stone is on me. The Shattering Leap is on me. I don't pop a defensive, okay? For the simple fact, I've got 7 stacks of Iron Fur rolling. I have a 22k Absorb Shield. So to use Bark Skin, I mean, I don't have a Survival Instincts charge, but to use Bark Skin is kind of a, well, it's not really needed, it's just overkill. So he jumps on me. That was 20k. Well, probably about less than that just used. And got 3 stacks of Iron Fur, so yeah, pretty decent. So that first Shattering Leap is already below 50%. Pride has just ended, okay, and we've still got 8 seconds of heroism left. So rinse and repeat these mechanics over and over again. And then we will go on to the most dangerous pull in the entire dungeon. 2 Houndmasters, 3 Gargons. Yeah, this is never fun. So I'm running in, okay. I'm thrashing, I'm swiping. Right? I've popped Survival Instincts because this pack just hurts to begin with, okay? You really notice the bleed rolling up. 4 stacks. I think I get to 5 and then I start kiting. We'll see. Oh no, there's... Oh, I reset. Pretty decent. I used Typhoon, knock it back. I got the 2 stacks again. Binding Shots going down. Loyal Beasts was stunned. Very nice work from the team. I don't know why I thrashed there. I don't think I'll never know. So I pop into Moonkin form. I put a Sunfire on. Just that, every little helps. Get a little more damage rolling through. And I'm mainly focusing on the Gargons, okay? Because I'm panicking here. Hunter drops Wild Spirits over here. So I immediately pull the Gargons back into the Wild Spirits. 4 stacks. I think I go 5. I have no defenses, by the way, okay? I've got 1 stack of Iron Fur. I've got 70 Rage. Iron Fur's almost dropped. I think I use another one again. No, I don't. Oh yeah, I just done there. So yeah. If you're a squishy tank, kite. Kite, 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 kite. Because you do not want to be getting more than 4 stacks. Now, as this is a fortified key, we're just before the 3rd boss. What I do here is I put all of these and 1 stone ball. Mainly because I like to have the 1 stone ball here just to help with this pack. On a tyrannical week, what you can do is you can put all of this and pull it back and then have the 2 stone balls going in to, what's her name? High Adjudicator, okay? You can do that. On a fortified week, like I said, I just like to go pour Stoneborn with this pack, okay? So Moonfire there, Moonfire there. I should have communicated with the group to stay back. They can see me running, so they follow where Big Bear go. We can see on our frames here that the Demon Hunter is charming the Loyal Stoneborn. So he is now our friend. We also therefore get the buff that gives us reduced damage, I believe. And now the Loyal Stoneborn is going to be doing some sweet, sweet, sweet damage. The Paladin dies here. And I'm still trying to wonder what actually killed him. So we see here, we get a Deadly Frost going off. And Paladin's at 100%. So Deadly Frost goes off. Goes down to 38. Oh, there we go. That's it. I now see it. It's a second Deadly Frost over here. Alright. Boom. Clarted. Okay. If you are a melee, try to pay attention to where the Dark Blades are facing. Because trust me, Deadly Frost hurts. And it hurts even more when these mobs enrage. So, I'm going to kill that. I believe we don't get... Oh, no, we do. Right, so we get another Siphon Life up. I don't know. I mean, Siphon Life is going to be the bane of this group's existence. And we are now on 14 deaths. Thankfully, we have no more. I kill this, and then we summon, or we resurrect the 2 healers. Healers? The DPS. And we pull the Stoneborn, and we go into the High Adjudicator. Probably well, this dungeon isn't necessarily hard with the bosses, but Jesus Christ does it feel tedious and boring. So the name of the game is this one's going to summon ads, and you then just get the ads to go into that. Okay, so what I do is I'm waiting for this, okay, to hit that, and then I'll be popping Heart of the Wild and doing Convoke. So it goes in, Heart of the Wild, Wrath, Convoke, and I didn't think that I'm actually damaging the Stoneborn as it flies away. You can see 2 Star Surges go into the Stoneborn. That's 2 wasted Star Surges. I'm feeling bad, so I now know for the next time I do that, I'm going to wait for the Stoneborn to fly. Maybe even better still, wait after the second fixation ad has been, into the lantern, and then do that. Because that was just wasted damage, and therefore the key's going to take longer. So, I mean, yeah, this takes a long time. And then we will be going off into this room here with Inquisitor Cigar. Basically, you just want to make sure that you're meleeing and killing all the yellow mobs. You want to kill them as fast as possible before he does another Dark Communion and summons even more manifestations of envy. This is probably the best fight if you are a class of uncapped AoE. If you are a class with capped AoE, write a strongly worded letter to Blizzard, because you know what? They done you guys dirty. So we're there getting the next lot up. And Cigar takes quite a while on Fortified. So I'm killing him here because I want the Manifestation of Pride to roughly be here as well, as we're going to be going into the 4th and final boss. Just the travel time, because if you're killing him here, you've got seconds that you're wasting going towards there. The Dark Communion, there's nothing for him to commune with. Prideful, once again, rinse and repeat, not much more. And here we go with the Lord Chamberlain. So, I'm going to get ready, and I think I am going to be using Survival Instincts, because Bark Skin is on cooldown for the Stigma of Pride, I believe it is called. We'll see. Stigma of Pride. Yep. There you go, Stigma of Pride, and I popped Survival Instincts for that. Make sure we're going to be out of the way of Unleashed Suffering, and I'm waiting to do my Owl Weave Boom Boom for the simple fact I've only got 35 seconds. Heart of the Wild. Ritual of Woe is coming up, and what I like to do is I like to try and get the 2 hits just on me. Okay? I've got the defensives, I can survive 2 of that, and it just means less stress on your healer. Okay, so I'm coming up to soak it. I don't know if it's come in a bad position, but it just snaps to the hunter, so I'm like, oh, alright then, I'll leave it with you, buddy, and if it gets too spicy, you've always got Turtle up. Then, we've got 10 seconds left before we do the big Owl Weave damage. Door of Shadows again with telekinetic onslaught. There we go. Gonna get in again. Soak for the Ritual of Woe. Do I get both this time? Yes, I do. I do get both. And the Demon Hunter drops Darkness. Absolute legend. Wait for this to end. I believe I prefer Survival Instincts. Yep. Survival Instincts. Then do I do this? Or do I wait after Stigma of Pride? Okay. Then Wrath, Convoke, I'm getting chunked because Stigma of Pride does a lot of damage back into bear form. I believe I use a Frenzied Regeneration then as well. I could have also popped a Renewal, but I didn't. And yeah, guys, after that, rinse and repeat. Pretty nice. So as you can see, we had 14 deaths, which is a minute down. We obviously had the wipe time travelling, so you know, a bit more than that. But we didn't give up, okay? Our healer overall, I don't know if you guys can really see that here because it is in the way, which is a bit annoying. But, you know, damage done. Not really a lot, is it? 454,000 damage done. With me next at 4.82 million. So yeah, guys, if you are a healer, okay, just do a bit more damage. You know, it really does add up. I understand, you know, that things like bursting, you do want to make sure, because let's be honest, you'd rather the group stay alive and get it done than wiping. I get that. And then I'll just show you guys what I got at the end of it. Because we all know Shadowlands means that we get loot. Lots of loot. Hold on, I'm taking too long to move. I was just going over looking at the 14 deaths. And yeah, a trinket that I'm never going to use. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Yeah, something a little bit strange and unusual, I understand, you know, showing off. But, you know, I thought there's a load of times in pugs, right, that when there's a wipe, people just leave, okay? This was a 16 that we still timed with basically, you know, one person not even DPSing at all. Okay? The power that you can do when you just stick to something and you get it done, it makes it all worthwhile. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this sort of deconstruction of a pug group, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd be greatly appreciate that. Guys, if you want to catch me, you know, streaming these keys live, you can go do that over on Twitch. You know, the link to that will be in the description box down below. If you did enjoy this content, like I said, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification, because that way you'll be notified when I do upload videos. And I also have a Discord, guys. Feel free to join that. If you've got any comments about Mythic Plus, if you've got any comments about Bear and all, feel free to message me there. I will respond to every single comment. And peeps, thank you for watching. All of you have been absolutely amazing. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.